Hey everyone, Happy New Year. I am Esty Martin here at the Camping World Stadium where the Pro Bowl will be held this month. And we will talk all football fun. But first, here's a look at what's happening.
It's the first month of 2020, and there's already some great events happening around Central Florida. First up, the Mecum Car Auction rides into Kissimmee from January 2nd to the 12th. It's the world's largest collector car auction, bringing 3,500 classic and collector cars to Osceola Heritage Park. There'll also be food, art, and live entertainment. General admission is $20. Then, K92.3 is celebrating 25 years of their All-Star Jam, with not one, but two shows this year. The first one will be January 19th at the Edition Financial Arena, starring Lady Antebellum, Brett Young, and Chris Lane. You can get your tickets at K923Orlando.com. Then, the timeless story of Aladdin comes to the Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts from January 22nd to February 9th. The hit Broadway musical will feature some of your favorite songs from the hit animated movie, plus a few new ones. Tickets start at $31 a person for balcony seats. Finally, make sure you check out the all-star driving lineup at the Rolex 24. Enjoy 24 hours of action-packed racing on the road course at Daytona International Speedway on January 24th. Tickets start at $10. And there you have it. There's so much to experience this month and all year long. For more local events, head on over to WFTV.com/ICFlorida. Have fun.
The NFL Pro Bowl comes back to Camping World Stadium on January 26th, but the fun starts the week before, right here at ESPN's Wide World of Sports at Disney. I'm about to find out what you can experience and see if I can kick it too.
The Pro Bowl experience takes place here at ESPN Wide World of Sports, January 22nd through 25th. It's free and open to the public with your NFL Pass app on your phone. Fans of all ages can enjoy practices. We'll have the AFC and NFC practices open to the public. And the Pro Bowl experience, you can try your hand at passing, the vertical jump, or you can even do the 40-yard dash. It's something fun for all ages. Fans can go online to learn about all the awesome experiences here at the Pro Bowl experience online at NFL.com/Pro Bowl.
I'm standing here with a legend right now. Listen to this man's line of credentials, right? 4 times in the Super Bowl, NFL Pro Bowler, NFL Legends Community Coordinator, and Ambassador to the Buffalo Bills.
That is
Gerald
correct.
Tyler. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
How
about yourself?
I'm happy to be out here to chat with you a little bit, but how was it to play in the Pro Bowl?
It was really fantastic. And back then, I think it was a little more competitive. But right now, you still got a great game with the guys playing here in Central Florida.
Also, too, the week of the Pro Bowl, we're going to have a bunch of different obstacle courses where people can participate, and you're going to run me through that, right?
I'm going to run you through a few drills. I want to see if you have any hands, if you can use these things, or do you know how to keep your feet in bounds? Do you know how to kick the ball? We're going to see what kind of skills you got.
Let's get it.
All right, Nels, what I'm going to teach you is just an abbreviated start. I'm going to put you in just about a 3-point stance, and what I'm trying to get you to do is when you swing that left arm through, you're just going to catapult you down the field. Now what we're going to do is we're going to walk away, and you're going to come sprinting out and throw that left arm straight out.
All right, let's do this.
Lift your knees and elbows, knees and elbows.
I need some icy hot. I need some icy hot now.
All right, Nels, basically all you're doing is using your leg as a pendulum and swinging it through. What you're doing is you're going 1, 2, driving through.
Laces out, right?
Oh, laces gonna be out. You ain't gotta worry about that.
All right, here we go.
Ah!
Yeah!
Now, that's how you make money.
I just got a check there.
Yeah, you did. All right, Nels, we're gonna see just how good you can dance, because that's what it's gonna be like. It's a little dance move. You're trying to keep your feet in bounds and catch the ball.
That's why it's called toe tapping.
Toe tapping, that's right. That's it. Just make them dance on the sideline. With everything we've done today, once we get proficient at those skills, you'll be moving on up the ladder there, buddy.
You say I earned my check today?
You earn your check. It's an easy game, just hard work getting to be good at it.
Star Wars Rise of the Resistance is Walt Disney Imagineering's most innovative and ambitious project they've ever undertaken. I'm going to take you inside to share with you some of my favorite jaw-dropping moments. Let's start in the queue. Your adventure starts as soon as you step in line. You are instantly transported to the ancient, unexplored parts of Batuu, where the rebels have set up their secret base. Oh, wow.
From here, you've got firearms.
There were so many Easter eggs and features to interact with, but I was so excited to come face to face with some familiar faces.
BB-8, is everyone assembled?
As you can see, the Rise of the Resistance queue is absolutely amazing and filled with details at every turn. You will not want to miss the opportunity to take the long route and check them out. Once you're through the line, you'll be getting on board not one, but 2 ride vehicles.
We'll take off in 20 seconds.
Engage repulsors and hold on, recruits.
You're standing on the first one with an animatronic lieutenant back where you are captured by the First Order. And this is where my heart really started pounding. Now you find yourself on the deck of a Star Destroyer with a battalion of First Order stormtroopers behind you. Things aren't looking good, but I'm going to continue on the adventure. I couldn't help but get caught up in this story, and I start to get a little bit nervous as we get ready for the next part of our journey.
Head down this way for interrogation.
Before I knew it, it was time for the second part of the ride and for the action to really begin.
Recruits, for your safety, stay seated with seatbelts securely fastened. Hey, you're not authorized. Wait. Take cover, recruits. Get down, up is bad. Up is real bad. There's nowhere to run. All right, nice job, recruits.
I made it. What an adventure. These were my favorite moments, but there are so many more surprises for you to discover when you take on the call to join the Resistance. For Inside Central Florida, I'm Shelly Karen. May the Force be with you.
Coming up, a wild adventure right in your own car. We got a first look at Wild Florida's much anticipated safari park. Plus, a show 65 million years in the making is coming to the Amway Center. You're watching Inside Central Florida on the WFTV Now app, your source for the most exciting things to do, local eats, theme park news, and more.
There's a new adventure in town, and you don't even have to leave the comfort of your own car. Wild Florida's drive-through safari park is finally open, and we got a first look. For months, we've watched all the animals arrive at the park.
006. Welcome to the team, buddy.
And the first thing you notice when you drive through the gates is how much they're enjoying their new home. We saw zebras and bison, water buffalo enjoying a dip. Just look at the size of the horns on this Watusi. There's even a spot for Florida's alligators. The self-guided tour took us about an hour. We stopped to take plenty of pictures, of course. As the sun set on a beautiful day at Wild Florida, an unexpected surprise in the road. Well, never seen this before. My pathway's being blocked by a camel. But the fun wasn't over. The road ends with the most exciting moment yet, a chance to get out of the car to meet and feed the park's giraffes. What a wild ride. You just have to see this for yourself. And good news, there's a special deal for Florida residents. Just $20 for adults and $15 for kids. For more details, make sure you visit wildfl.com because new things are coming soon. I'm Christina for Inside Central Florida.
All right, it's Nails at Wall Street, my favorite place and the place to catch the biggest games during this bowl season. Just think of one street with multiple bars. I'm gonna show you exactly why this is my place to watch these games. What's happening, bro? Ready to see these Dolphins win?
I think the most special part about Wall Street is the fact that we have something for everybody.
Right.
If you want to be inside, you can do that. If you want to be outside and take advantage of this beautiful weather we have in Central Florida, you can do that as well. Every one of our venue spots will have a different DJ, but big games will play the sound for you. You can watch your game pretty much anywhere you want on Wall Street. Parking situation can be a little tricky at times. Obviously, we recommend if you're going to be having some drinks to use some sort of ride-sharing companies such as Uber or Lyft. If you're going to be driving, I'd say definitely come a little early. Take advantage of the street parking. The meters are free after 6, but my biggest tip would be use ride-sharing, get here early.
So as you can see, that is exactly why Wall Street is the place to come and watch the biggest games. And no matter who you come with, whatever team you're wearing, you're gonna leave with a bunch of friends.
It's a show 65 million years in the making. The action-packed Jurassic World live tour comes to the Amway Center from January 17th to the 20th, and we have a look at what it takes to bring these dinosaurs back to life. It took more than 2 years to create and develop the story, which centers around a trip to Isla Nublar. The show puts you face to face with more than 20 life-sized dinosaurs, each custom built with the latest technology. Some of the complex animatronic puppets are operated by Dinoteers, who control the 120-pound costumes from inside. Larger dinosaurs like the Tyrannosaurus Rex, Stegosaurus, and Triceratops are controlled remotely. The T-Rex, affectionately known as Rexy, stands 17 feet tall and is 42 feet long. It takes 2 shipping containers to move her from venue to venue and multiple people working from a control booth to make her move during performances. And it will have you on the edge of your seat. Tickets start at $18 and you can grab yours at JurassicWorldLiveTour.com.
It was a business of passion. My parents loved running. They loved the sport. We've been here in the community 42 years. Early 80s when Track Shack was first growing, the running community was growing as well. So it's been kind of this symbiotic relationship where the two have grown together, you know, as Track Shack has grown as an entity, so has the running community. The store itself obviously is right here on Mills. This is our one and only location. But our events are all over town. We're in Lake Nona. We put on a race in Castleberry. Obviously we'll be out here doing the reindeer run at SeaWorld this weekend. So definitely kind of reaching all corners of that I-4 corridor. Beyond that, there's other opportunities. We have our midweek run every Wednesday night at 6:30. We have a meetup. It's a ton of fun. Try to make a little community event and tie everything in there, and that's free every Wednesday. And then we do various clinics as well, everything from foam rolling, stretching. Once monthly, we teach a good form running clinic. We teach proper cadence and foot placement, where your foot should be landing, what your posture should be, basically how to maximize your energy output. Track Shack Youth Foundation, that's absolutely our pride and joy. Some proceeds of every race go towards the Youth Foundation, and it's basically helping kids through sport and through being active. If it's helping kids live a happier, healthier life through an active lifestyle, that's something the Track Shack Youth Foundation wants to help fund. It's kind of been surreal at times because both at Howard Middle School and Edgewater High School, where I ran on the track team at both ended up receiving some equipment from the foundation during the time that I was on the team. It was an upgrade, and it made a big difference, and we were able to do things in practice we couldn't otherwise, and I know obviously it's happening all over the county. So if we're not helping people, then we're not Track Shack. We've got all your apparel, all your technical gear, we've got your nutrition, and then shoe fitting is the thing that makes us the most specialized. We're looking at everything from your hips and knees to feet and figuring out what kind of shoe is gonna make you the most comfortable. If you're just walking around Disney all day, or if you're going to the gym for 2 hours, or going for a jog around the block, or running a marathon, we're gonna find the shoe that caters to your body type and your activity. You know, like, we are a store, but we're also a place that people just come to hang out. People that have been running with us forever, if they're on a long run and it's in this area, they know that they can pop in and just grab some water at our cooler. It's just, we all love the sport. We love encouraging those healthy and happy lifestyles.
It's just become this like home kind of feel, and they've done such a good job of like making a hub for athletes and for running specifically. I couldn't ask for anything more.
The impact of being on the other end of that and seeing the positive changes it's making in someone's life, it gets you choked up on the finish line sometimes.
Still ahead, a very special trip to Walt Disney World for the families and the children of fallen soldiers. We talked with the actor Gary Sinise, whose foundation helped make their dreams come true. Inside Central Florida is presented by Wild Florida. Adventure awaits in the middle of nowhere. You're watching Inside Central Florida on the WFTV Now app, your source for the most exciting things to do, local eats, theme park news, and more.
We're in Winter Park at Proper and Wild, a plant-based restaurant. Plant-based is the current buzz phrase for vegan, vegetarian, no meat. But they say the food here is so good that even meat eaters will love it. Let's go check it out.
I think that people that are health conscious also want to eat food that tastes good, and so our intention was to deliver an environment where you can have all of that and also feel good about what you're eating. Everything's made from scratch. We source a lot from local farms as we can, and we put plants at the heart of everything that we do and prepare them in a way that makes people fall in love with them.
Hi, Chelsea.
Hi, Scott.
I've been looking forward to coming back here. What have you got?
Welcome in. I've got a couple dishes for you to try.
Okay, well, let's go to the tasting table.
Awesome.
All right.
So for our first dish, we have our chickpea fry, which is a traditional panise. It's made from milled chickpeas that we batter and we actually grill rather than fry. And we're doing it with a curry remoulade and a harissa jelly.
Great. Can't wait to try it. It's creamier than you think it's going to be. A little bit of sweetness there at the beginning, but then there's a little bit of hot spice that's very, very nice.
So for our second dish, we have our PW Caesar with a heart cake. It's our take on a traditional Caesar made with lacinato kale, shredded Brussels sprouts, and some fresh arugula. We top it off with some crunchy capers, a superfood granola, and the heart cake is our homage to a crab cake to give you that essence of the sea in a plant-based twist.
What's the PW stand for?
Proper and wild.
All right. The presentation is just beautiful. There are so many things going on here. And the crab cake, it's not crab, of course not. We're doing plant-based here, but it's got a good texture, good seasonings, and it all just works so well together.
All right. So, for our third and final dish, we have our red lotus, which is a red dal, which is a bunch of Indian spices that we toast down in organic coconut oil. It's served with fresh peas, some roasted purple sweet potatoes, some black quinoa, a coconut yogurt raita on top, and then tomato jam and some pita for dipping.
Again, this is really an impressive presentation. I can't tell you how wonderful it smells, and it tastes even better. I'm an inveterate meat eater, but even I try to eat more plant-based foods. It's good for you. You should too. If you want to go that route, come here, because as their slogan says, this is real damn good food.
People are eating out more and more, and so if you're really taking care of your being, you have to eat well, and every single person can, again, benefit from eating more plants, and that's what we're great at, and so that's what we do.
There was a letter that a fallen soldier had written, saying that he wanted his family to go to Disneyland. Some people took up the charge there, took that family of that fallen soldier and many other families on an all-expense-paid trip to Disneyland. And they called the event Snowball Express. That was 2006. Early 2007, I was called by some of the folks that had gotten it going, saying they wanted to do it again. They wanted me to get involved in it. These are our defenders. These are the families who defend us all. And there are sacrifices being made that people aren't aware of. So if we as citizens in this country can come together and support them in some way, and that's just a way that we can help these families through this difficult time that they're going through. There's over 1,700 people here. We had 12 airplanes from around the country bring the kids here.
Welcome to Florida! Hey, welcome to Florida!
Welcome! We're so excited to have you here in the most magical place on earth.
This morning we had a ceremony at the castle, and that ceremony was something where we were sending messages to their loved ones that they miss. And very special, very significant, very profound, very moving, and emotional for them. And then they blew the fireworks off, and the castle lit up, and it was all for them. When you see the joy and the healing that happens with these kids when they come together and they meet each other and they're all going through the same thing, and you see what happens to them when they get lifted up, that just makes you want to go back to work and do it all over again. I always say that I don't think we can ever do enough for the men and women who serve our country and defend us all. But I know we can always do a little bit more. And that's what we're trying to do at the Gary Sinise Foundation.
Inside Central Florida is presented by Wild Florida. Adventure awaits in the middle of nowhere. You're watching Inside Central Florida on the WFTV Now app, your source for the most exciting things to do, local eats, theme park news, and more.
Today we're in Baldwin Park to check out Tactical Brewing and their military background, along with some of their unique beers. So let's see what's on tap. We're here with the owner of Tactical Brewing, Doug Meyer. And Doug, I got the Project X-Ray. You got the Cran Eater. Tell me a little bit more about Project X-Ray.
So Project X-Ray is actually part of our experimental New England series. Before a hop goes commercial, they'll shoot out different variations to the breweries and see if they like it. So we'll actually take that experimental hop. That one's NZH107. It's a New Zealand blend. And we'll just use that for the hazy to see what it does.
All right, and the Cran Eater, tell me more about this guy.
So the Cran Eater is actually a cranberry lime lactose sour. We call it a Florida Weiss. It's a Berliner Weiss essentially, but
it's good.
I appreciate it. Yeah,
that one as well. So tell me more about how this came to be. You were in the Marines, tactical. It's got this military feel. Tell me more about that.
Yeah. So obviously, in the military, you drink from time to time, and I became infatuated with craft beer. As I got out and transitioned to civilian life, going to college, I started brewing it. And then I met Chris, which is our head brewer at a homebrewers club about 6 years ago. From then on, we started planning Tactical, and here we are.
How did you come up with the name of Tactical Brewing? Because it's not in your face, we're veterans or in the military.
We had plenty of names to start off with, so we had to cross a lot off the list. But yeah, no, Tactical is just you have to be very strategic about your recipe development, your branding, everything like that. It all kind of fell into place.
Tell me more about Orlando Beer Week, which is coming up.
So Orlando Beer Week starts January 11th, and then it ends at a beer fest called Centermost Point Invitational, which is 1010 Brewing, and it's in the back parking lot. And in between then, every brewery in Central Florida, Orlando, pretty much can do their own thing. I know a lot of breweries are doing a lot of collabs, can releases, all that good stuff.
And so it's a week-long event, 11th all the way to the 18th?
It is, yeah. So it's literally just to emphasize the boom that we're having here in Central Florida.
So Doug, thanks. Cheers. Now here with Chris Holland, co-owner, also head brewer, and I got the Base Lager. Tell me a little bit more about this guy.
Base Lager is one of our fastest movers. It's treated us really well. It was kind of one of those spur-of-the-moment decision beers that we made, but it's been on draft since we opened. It's for the intro person who comes in, is looking more for like a beer-flavored beer.
So we see these tanks behind us, but you guys are growing.
We're already kind of looking at rehauling the brew system. We'll drop in a few more tanks that are about twice as big as these guys as well, so we'll have a couple 20-barrel tanks down this way. It'll really give us a lot of ability to kind of keep up with our core brands that do really, really well, but also give us a lot more fermentation space to do those kind of fun and exciting things too, and keep both sides of the coin happy. So,
well, good luck in the future. This is fantastic.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you coming out.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And for Inside Central Florida, I'm Christian Brewing.
Thanks for watching Inside Central Florida. For more on the local events happening in your neighborhood, check out our new website over at WFTV.com/ICFlorida. You can also follow at IC Florida Events on Instagram and Twitter. Happy New Year!